guys, Estelle back here, and as us PS3ers patiently wait for our first strike map pack to come out in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to bring you some Demolition on Grid. Now, if you guys are new to my channel, and I know there's a few new subs out there, let me introduce myself. I'm a Marine Corps veteran, and I did 4 years of service, in 14 months overseas in Iraq when that was going on. So I bring an interesting perspective to this this game, because I feel that I can share and do a lot of the different things that I was taught in the military playing this game, and I'll get into one of those in a little bit. What I bring to the table here is that, I'm not a beast player at all by no stretch of the imagination. Right now I'm still currently at 1.35, and I haven't been playing a whole lot recently. I've been trying to do other things. Of course, Killzone 3 came out and I'm playing with that, and then Madden. I'm getting back into playing Madden because that's always fun. I'm a Bears fan, so I traded Jay Cutler and got myself some Michael Vick, and he's a lot of fun to play with, and so on and so on. So I came back to this with still a 1.35, and like I said, I'm not a beast player on Call of Duty by no stretch of the imagination. But what I do bring to this table is educational and entertaining videos. So this video, doesn't have the most wonderful KD. I definitely go positive. But I think it's entertaining. It has a pretty cool. I do, play the objective very well, and I want to show you that and bring that to you and talk about that. And you can't hear it, but I'm communicating with my guys a lot. That's what it's all about in these type of games. When, especially with, let's take game battles for a sense. Guys will play together. That guys that barely have 1 KD. Or at my level, 1.3 KD or something like that, and be real effective teams. And the reason behind that, and it's no magic or anything like that, nothing changes between playing pub matches and game battles matches for a player. It's communication and being able to talk to people with a headset on, and hearing, and actually with the headset, hearing the noise of the game and hearing those footsteps and things like that that you wouldn't otherwise hear when playing through your speakers of your TV. So when playing these games, guys, you gotta communicate, even in pub matches, even if it's with a bunch of strangers. Just start talking. Some people might get upset. I've gotten messages before of somebody in game writing me as I'm talking. Hey guys, come over here, check this out. Good job on that. And some guy will message me in the middle of the game and say, "Shut the fuck up," and then I'll say "fuck you" to him, and it's just kind of funny. But I'm a firm believer in communication. So let's get going on with this. What's going on here? I'm trying to get I got the first plan on B there, and I played that real well. I'm trying to get the second plan here, work my way there. And this type of game mode, especially when it's heavy objectives, your demolitions, your search and destroys, those type of things, who cares about your KD as long as you get that win? I'd gladly take a few deaths to get a plant, or to get a fuse, or a defuse, excuse me. I think I scooped this up here, and it's a napalm strike, which is alright. That's kind of cool. Stole it from somebody, or whatever the hell it was. I don't know. Oh yeah, I did steal it from somebody. And let me talk about what I'm using here. You see me using the FAMAS here, and I am during my 3rd prestige, and I just got level 30, so I'm trying to work my pro perks up again. I've been neglecting them in the last couple of levels, because I know a lot of guys probably have a lot done at that level. But I don't have any, because I've just been messing around, actually playing a lot of bare bones, and in bare bones you don't have perks. So nothing goes towards your perks. So now I'm getting back playing these games with kill streaks and perks and things like that. So trying to get my pro perks. I'm working on Ninja right now, so I got doing Demolition, and then also with my Silence FAMAS. FAMAS for me is my favorite weapon. It is the most well-rounded weapon, I think. Has a great firing rate even without rapid fire on it. You can hip fire it like a champ. You can put the sights up, bring the weapon up to your cheek. That's kind of a funny death, I suppose. You bring the weapon up to your cheek, and it's a very effective weapon. It's still at close range and at medium range. The only thing it really has trouble is it has a bit of a kick, and it can dance on you when trying to make those long shots. And that's what we'll get into my point with the military right here. The way to combat that is do short control bursts, meaning you're shooting like 1 or 2 or 3 rounds at a time, and then letting the gun rest for a second, so you maintain that accuracy. And for me in the military, that's military stuff 101. Shooting anything like that, especially machine guns, is that's what you're supposed to do. That's what they trained us for. When shooting our machine guns, if you ever saw those 3 machine guns that we used in my Storytime series, if you saw that when I was using in Iraq, those, you know, it's the same concept. You do short controlled bursts, and in fact, we had a little ditty that we would say to help us with that. I try to be pretty sneaky here and try to go up and go through this window, but naturally somebody's watching that window. Anyways, so our ditty it's kind of funny, and it worked. It was effective. It's how we did it, is die, motherfucker, die. So you're shooting while you're saying the ditty, and then you pause and let go the trigger. Trigger. So it's die, motherfucker, die, let go. Die, motherfucker, die, finger off the trigger. And that's what short controlled bursts, and you can get real accurate those weapons. Even those big ass kick, you know, recoil beast mod deuce 50 cals, though it was my favorite weapon, and you can be very accurate. I was very accurate with the damn weapon. That's how I became the lead gun in my convoys, because I was the best 50 cal gunner, or whatever the hell it was. I don't know. So, and right here I'm at this corner right here is a real nice spot. Obviously the only big vulnerability is behind you. Just make sure how far you stick out a little bit, because they can get a nice angle on you coming through those big doors of the street there. So if you tuck yourself in a little bit, you can really look all the way down the map, and you can almost see clear across the field. I mean, granted, the field back there has a bit of a hump to it, so you can only get to the top of that, but it has a really good avenues, angles for you to work at. Now, I know they're working over this way, so I was hoping to see them pop through, and I know my guys just ran in there, and I think they're more scared of, and I get, you know, guy behind me there, and I wasn't watching my map or not paying attention or whatever. It's just the way it goes. You know, this is Demolition. You know, get yourself in there and preserve those points to maintain that win is what you need to do. And then I can immediately get on this point, yell to my guys, hey, guys, I'm defusing, I need some help, and I know they're coming right there, so I got, what is it, 3 guys, 4 guys just coming right there, getting those kills while I'm defusing, and I get it, you know. So now I'm going to work over this area again, and I can show you this Jeep thing. I remember from the engineering win video that Woody and all those guys did on the guy that had the Galil on this map, and he camped himself over by that Jeep behind me, I guess. And I have to say that Jeep back there is a fabulous Jeep. Obviously, you need to wait till it blows up. You know, you never want to camp around a vehicle when it hasn't blown up yet. So be forewarned for you new players out there. Don't camp around those vehicles when they're, you know, haven't blown yet, because they will blow up and they will kill you. But once it's blown up, putting yourself back there is great. You can shoot over the hood. That's what a lot of guys do, but it exposes you a little bit more than usual. You can't really, you can't say it's head glitching, because you can get some of your upper torso exposed to that. If you don't know what head glitching is, it's when playing these games, bullets don't come out of the gun. I mean, it looks like it does, but it doesn't. It comes out of your head. And head glitching is when only your head is exposed. This is when somebody's looking at you, and you're shooting at that person, and they see only that head exposed, but yet they're getting killed and getting shot at, because those bullets are coming out of your head versus coming out of the weapon. That's head glitching. So over on that Jeep, though, it's a little bit more than head glitching. You're actually shooting, and you're seeing some of his torso over there, so watch out for that. That's kind of a little bit of exposes you, so when you get those guys that are really accurate, can really just zone in on you. Try this maneuver. Try to put yourself, now this is going to restrict your view a little bit, bring you a very narrow channel to shoot at. Put yourself by those doors and shooting through the seats. Now, granted, like I said, you're going to have metal all around you, and you can be hitting those seats sometimes, but if you can get some good angle on somebody, you can, you know, they can't kill you. I mean, they're going to be shooting at that Jeep and at that area, and they're going to be hitting the seat, hitting the metal, hitting this, hitting that, and they're not getting you, while you're able to put well-aimed shots down on them with no worry of getting shot at, or at least taking a minimal amount of damage. And I'm going to show you that right here in a second here when I get over there. I think it's coming up pretty soon. So that is a great spot. So I'm going to double check over here. I know these guys are coming right there. I scoop up that guy behind the barrels, and I think there's a guy next to me. Yep. And his damn ass gets me. Oh well, that's just the way it goes. Come right back at it for more. Now, since we still got a few more minutes, I want to talk about my two points versus 1 point. Holding 2 points throughout this entire game obviously is what you probably ideally would like to do. You could be all beast about it and be like, I'm cool, we did that, great. But be honest, you know, I only have half a team guys. I only got like 3 guys or 4 guys. The rest are randoms. So holding only 1 point, giving up 1 point, and then holding the other point for the rest of the game is a really effective way of doing, you know, preserving or getting a win on Demolition. And here's what I'm talking about here. Well, I guess I didn't do it. I thought I was going to go over there. Yeah. Here's me going over the hood, and granted you have a lot more field there and play there, but you can't. But they can get you pretty good. Try to shoot through those windows there. I think I get a kill right here to show you what I'm talking about.
They destroyed your equipment.
And it's really nice, really effective. They hardly ever see you, and when they do see you, it's usually too late. And if they do get a chance to shoot at you, like I said, they're shooting everything around you except you. If they do throw a nade at you and it lands short of you, you're well protected, very well protected when shooting through that Jeep. So check that spot out. Those boxes right there is pretty nice. Granted, you know, you can kneel down on it, but you're still pretty much exposed. And they have two angles to shoot you at, from that door over there and from those barrels. So watch yourself when trying to set up shop over by those crates over down that A lane or whatever you want to call that. That's where A domination point is right there. So this map's coming down to an end here. You know, granted, I get a couple more deaths there, but try to preserve that win there, and we do a pretty good job of it. But with 30 seconds left here, I've noticed now in these games now the game's been out, is everybody's nading. Nades have become the very biggest thing to do for. Is just throw nades everywhere, and I think that's what Modern Warfare became. That near the end of it, that's all you saw was just guys nading, and that's where a lot of guys get their deaths. You know, I may not be getting outgunned very much, but I'm getting a lot of deaths because of these goddamn nades. Now, granted, we can combat that with a little bit with flak jacket, but even still, then, you know, that nade gets actually on you, or you get stuck with it. Even with flak jacket, you're going down. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll check you guys later. Click like if you enjoyed it, and peace.